How do your desires feel to you? Does desire feel good to you? Does it feel good to want things? And if you said yes to that question, you're usually talking about the desires that you're allowing yourself to dream, the desires that you're allowing yourself to have. But the other desires, the ones that feel a little too big, the ones that feel a little outlandish, that you will one day get to, it's really those desires that we want to talk about. You see, desire should feel good to you. Desire about all things, about your fortune, about your literary empire, whatever the case is, those desires should feel good to you. And the fact that they don't feel good to you only means that you're not steadily making your way towards what you want. You're not holding thoughts, you're not feeling in direction of your desires. You're not being deliberate about your thoughts. And that makes sense because most of our friends, they say, I want this, but I don't have it. I want this, but, and that really is the reason why you don't get to really experience a lot of what you don't want, a lot of what you do want. You experience most of what you don't want because that's mostly what you focus on. You focus on the absence of what you want. And that's because this reality that you're looking at, this reality, this what is really not the reality that you think it is. It's not as real. It's really just a vibrational interpretation. You see, this is a vibrational world. This is a real vibrational world that is turning into tangible things. And everything that you're seeing right now, this now moment, is only known to you. It's only real to you because you're interpreting it. You're so good at interpreting these vibrations that you came here and you kind of forgot that there were vibrations. You just got so good at seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, and hearing, but it's all a vibrational interpretation. And so you can get very, stuck up, or you can get very stuck in observing reality. And when you observe reality, you can't get more. You can't get anything beyond that. And you are a creator. You see, you can't just continue to look at reality because when you want something, it really is a reality. And your job now isn't to go and make it happen. Your job is to understand that since it's already a reality, your job now is to let it in. Your job is to allow it in. And you could do that. You can do that deliberately. You can practice the feeling of it. You can find it. You can talk about why you want it. You can get that. You can talk about your desire. Because desire feels good. Pure desire feels good. When a desire is pure, when a desire is, I want this, and it'll feel so good, and it's so delicious, and I know it's in the vortex, and it's going really well, and it's gonna be really fun, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process. That's a pure desire. But a desire, most of our friends, they're not used to maintaining sort of thoughts. They're not used to maintaining and allowing thoughts to grow bigger. They split the energy, and so desire doesn't. It's not fun. But you know what? That's a very big problem, especially those who are big dreamers, because when you want something and you, for some reason, don't think about your desire, but think about thoughts that go in opposition to your desire, that is the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. Having a desire, something that life has caused you to want and caused you to put it in the vortex. So there's vibrating. You have an emotional connection to it. You have expanded to that. That is who you really are. And you deny it. You deny your own expansion. You deny who you really are because you want to be realistic, because you want to be objective, because you're used to looking at a reality. And you are a creator, and sometimes it feels hard to let go of the past because you're looking at it, because it feels real. It feels like you have to explain it and defend it and justify it. And we know you understand all this, and there is that piece of, well, I've been trying and it hasn't been working, and you have to accept that it is what it is because it happened, and it's all feedback. It's all vibrational feedback. And the failures, the things that you call failures, what you're calling your vortex that you should have already received, those sort of failed things, they're not really failures because you asked for them stronger. It's either you're experiencing what you want, you're receiving what's in that vortex, or you're putting more in. And you can never really, thing is, you can't really miss out. You can't really lose. You can't really, mess up so badly because your inner being is in that vortex and it's calling you. And so your inner being, your placeholder, will never get tired. The vortex will always be there. That's the thing is that the vortex will always be there. So we're not here talking about, is my desire real? Am I gonna have it? Because we're saying if you want it, if it's something that you want, it's already there. Because most of our friends, they get into the receiving mode and they receive these desires. Even for the desire to land into your mind means that you were in the receiving mode. But most people, they don't talk about what they desire. They talk about what they need. Oh, I need money. I need new shoes. I need a new body. I need this. I need that. Because that's what they're sort of under the spell of. They like being, needy. They like yearning because that's what desire feels like. It feels like, oh, I want this. I want my government to change. I want all these things. But what about your desires? What is a pure desire? What is a fun? And those kids, they have pure desires. When you're kids, you have those pure desires. I want to be a writer. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be this, because you are in the receiving mode. And so all you have to do is just continue being in that receiving mode. You have to be in that receiving mode to let it in. And if it's already there, it's already a reality. And so this vortex is a true reality. It is your real reality. It is your current reality. So we want to say what you're looking at, this now moment, this current reality, it doesn't mean anything. Even if you tried for a day and you still didn't receive what you want, it doesn't change the fact that it's in the vortex. It just means that you have something off in your frequency, and what you experience is feedback. And sometimes it feels like it's a personal hit because you're used to trying, you're used to effort, you're used to making it happen. So when you try to make it happen and it doesn't happen, then you get discouraged. But we don't want you to get discouraged in the vortex. If anything, get discouraged in your ability to receive what you want. But then again, even in, being discouraged over your ability to receive, you can remember how easy it was to receive other things on other subjects. So it's not your ability to receive that's really in question, or the fact that it's in the vortex. It's just that you just had a vibration going on, and you got feedback. So now you can do something different. Now you can regroup and change it. You see, you can't stop wanting. Life is going to continue to want. You are launching these desires all the time, and you want to be going with that. You want to want. Wanting is really fun. Desiring is really fun. But what makes desire even more fun is not needing the manifestation. You see, you don't need anything to be whole. You already have the alignment. So now as you think about your desires, it's just, I just want it because it's fun. Why do you want it? Because it's fun. It's going to be cool. Not because it's going to save my life. Not because I need to fulfill some part of me. I'm already whole. I'm already aligned. I know how to connect to my inner being. I know how when I'm not feeling too good, I know how to find, slow down, go general. I know how to take care of my alignment. I know how to find my alignment. I know how to connect, because this is a vibrational world, and most people, they offer all the vibration in what they're seeing, and there's people in what they're seeing, and it feels real, it feels tangible, because there's people who are expecting things of you, but ultimately it's not a physical world in a way that you think. It's not that physical. It's more vibrational, because it's all vibrational interpretation. It's all vibrations that you're interpreting, and you just forgot, and you just got really good at it. And so it's really about you and you. Your world consists of the relationship between you and your inner being. And your inner being, the other part of you, the one who is in the vortex vibrating, the one who never gets tired of being the vibrational equivalent of everything that you want, it's already there in the vortex. So it's calling you, and that's what your emotions are about. So when you don't go, when you feel negative emotion, when you feel that punch in your gut because for some reason you don't want to think that you're rich, you don't want to believe that you're rich, you don't want to expect your richness, then what that means is you're denying yourself. You're saying, I can't go because there's this reality, and your inner being is saying, but reality doesn't matter, because the vortex is your reality. The vortex is your asset. The vortex is your greatest work. The vortex is your greatest achievement. The vortex is your rainy day fund. The vortex is your bank account. The vortex is everything, because it's all there. It's all current, and you're launching more things in the market, but you're getting better at receiving. You're getting better at receiving on certain subjects, because we know to take a step back and realize how good your life really is, because you are receiving on so many other subjects. I feel that appreciation because you're doing a really good job. We just want you to understand that you can create the reality that you want. Everything that you want is real, and it doesn't matter if it's small, if it's big. It's in the vortex. You want to understand conceptually this vortex so that it doesn't feel nebulous, so that you understand, okay, it's already there, and I'm just trying to figure out my way to let it in. That's it. That's really it. And letting in is really easy, because in order to let it in, all you have to do is just accept that it's a reality and just relax, because usually you're trying to create it. Usually you're efforting, because effort is what pays the bills. Effort is what pays the rent. Effort is what gets awards. Effort is what people applaud you for. Effort is how you get the marks in the chart. Effort is how you prove yourself. But vibration is different, because you can't physically do anything with your vibration yet, but it should turn into a reality. These things should turn into a reality, and if they're not turning it into a reality, it doesn't mean that what you want is not meant for you. It just means that you're not on the right signal. You're not steadily on the right signal. You're not practiced on the right signal. But that doesn't matter, because now you can do something different. Now you can create this build and tune into this relationship with your vortex, because this vortex is robust. It follows you everywhere you go. You are going everywhere with this vortex, and this vortex is who you are. This vortex is your richness. This vortex is your life's work, your legacy. It's this vortex. It's this vibrational reality that you're creating, that you're sifting through the conscious and literally creating. You're creating your own vortex. You're creating books that this world has never seen. You're creating movies. You're creating songs. You're creating things that no one has ever seen. They're leading edge, and not because they're so beyond what other people know. It's because they come from you. They have your unique spin on everything. So it's a new into the whole. You're a creator, and you have to want. A creator like you has to desire, because desire feels good. It's all about the new. It's all about what's in the vortex. It's all about feeling forward. It's all about the new. It's never about the old. A creator like you, you're always going to need desire. You're always going to need something to look forward to, because desire is about the feeling of flowing your energy towards something. But sometimes you get bound up because you're so stuck up on, or you're hung up on the actual manifestation. You want the energy to flow all the way to the manifestation. But in order for you to be happy, in order for you to feel satisfied, you don't exactly need to have it manifested right now. You can feel satisfied with the flow of energy. You can feel satisfied with just wanting this thing purely, because pure desire feels good. Pure desire feels so good. And when your desire is that pure, meaning I want this, and it's, why do I want it? Because it's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. Because when you talk about what you want and why you want it, you're more in the presence of your desire. You're more practicing the frequency of it. And what's interesting is that it's already reality. Your desires are already a reality, and so you're just trying to let it in. But sometimes when you try to establish a connection with your desire, when you try to practice the feeling of it, when you try to practice it, it all still feels future tense. It feels like it will one day happen. But we want you to really understand that when you're feeling the emotion, when you're feeling the ease of it, because you in general, and you're accepting that, okay, it is vibration there, and I can't see it right now, but it is there, and I know that is there. And as you feel that chill, and as you feel that calm sort of feeling, that means you're translating it, you're living it, you're actually seeing it with your emotional eyes, because you want to see it with your physical eyes, but we want you to see it with your emotional eyes. We want you to see with your emotional eyes, so that desire can be pure. That desire can be pure, so you can enjoy it, so you can enjoy that desire. You see, you're either experiencing your manifestations, or you're putting more in the vortex, not to experience later. But yes, it will be a future later. But right now, the greatest manifestation of all is how you feel, because how you feel is what this is all about. But once you feel happy, everything has to come. Once you feel happy, then you have control, because now your desires are pure, and everything comes to you really, 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 really fast. Thoughts, ideas, impulses, actions, things are downloading into your mind, except you're not creating with your action anymore. Every manifestation is really about your vibrational alignment. And usually what it is you're using things as your excuse to not vibrationally align to your desire. And usually it's because you've been trying to do this. You've been trying to make it happen, but it doesn't matter, because you just have to accept that you are where you are, and it's all that now. You have to release that. You have to deactivate that. You have to instead focus on the power of your desire. Focus on how much more powerful your desire is than it was last week, because this last week you haven't been getting it. And now, as a result of all this asking, your desire is powerful. Think about the power of your desire. Think about the reality of your vortex, and start from there. Start from, okay, it's already real. So now how do you talk about it? Now how do you think about your desire? When you think of your fortune as already real, it's already real, it's already there. So now when you talk about it, it's not like something that's gonna happen later. It's something that's happening right now. And so you feel the ease of it. You feel it emotionally. You're seeing it right now with your emotional eyes, because you can see it only emotionally right now. It's an unconditional reality. And that emotion that you're able to translate it into, that emotional manifestation, it's unconditional because it's not tangible yet. It's unconditional, meaning it's not about any physical condition, meaning you're not looking at it with your eye. It's not observable with your eye. It's only observable with your emotions. And once you're getting it, once you're feeling it, that means that you're on the right wavelength. That means that if you just continue feeling it, then it has to morph into the full reality. But ultimately, you have a lot of other things that you're thinking about other than your desire. You're not tuning to the vortex clearly enough or long enough that there is enough momentum. So you want to but you know how to do this now. You know how to feel forward for your desire. You conceptually understand it's already here. And so we want you to feel the realness of your vortex, and that really is your riches. That is your accomplishment. That's where everything is coming from. It's the vortex. It's take money out of the equation, take the manifestation out of the equation, take the past out of take everything out of the equation, and let it just be between you and your vortex. Because remember, your inner being is in the vortex. So your inner being is your second point of attraction. Your inner being is the other part of you. And we're about to say the other version of you, but it's not like it's another version of you. It's not like a better version of you. It's updated. It's current. It's non-resistant. It's who you really are. It's what you were before you came into this body, and what you will continue to be even as you leave this experience and back into that non-physical self. It's who you are, and you must be who you really are, because a lot of people already know all this stuff. A lot of people, they don't know about this clearly, but they understand. They found ways to manifest what they want. And if something is working for you, you can tell because what you want is manifesting, and something is confirmed by what we're saying. But usually they understand all this. And the thing is, we know, because we know the vortex. We know the validity of your vortex. We know how robust it is. We know how it's there. We can see inside of it, and we know what you want is there because it's law-based. We are very law-based. We understand conceptually that it's there. And so we just want you to be happy, because the prize is the energy flow. The prize is wanting something and not doubting it, because that fresh feeling, that fresh desire, that's what life is all about. And so we know that if we can get you to be happy with the idea of it, if we can get you to be happy with the power of your desire, then it has to manifest. But it will manifest, and you'll be ready for the next, and then ready for the next, because now you're empowered. Now you know that you can literally create anything, because it already is real. It's already your own. It's already a vibrational reality that maybe you can't see, but you can feel. It's there. You believe in this vortex, and you focus on the vortex, and then everything that you want, and it has to come out from that vortex and into your mind, because it's already there. It's already been complete. It's already been gathered. And so it'll just transfer right into your mind. You will let it in. You allow it, and it will feel so seamless. There'll be almost no action involved. The action that you take, it'll be so fun and it'll be so easy, but you're not creating with your action anymore. You're creating with your thoughts, your expectations, your vibration.